It's Friday, May 31st, and we're talking about bonding with babies.
Only on Foster TV. The conversation starts now.
The weekend's here finally, and you're finally back.
Yeah, finally back.
It seems like you're always on vacation. You must have a lot of money, or you must make a lot more money than I do.
Oh, I don't know. I stay busy, so I get to take vacations.
So where'd you go?
I went to Costa Maya, Roatan, Honduras, and Cozumel, Mexico.
Wow, and he volunteers here. So I know that it's not that you got to go to all those places because of what we do.
No.
And we are so thankful that you do volunteer here and help us with our mission. So what was the highlight of your vacation?
Honestly, I really enjoyed Roatan, Honduras. You get put into a taxi and you're going around this island, and it's only like 38 miles wide.
Right.
And our taxi driver actually took us completely around the whole island.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We got to see everything. We got to stop at a chocolate factory.
Oh,
where
cool.
They actually made chocolate and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And then we also got to hold sloths and monkeys whenever we were there.
Oh yeah, I saw some of your pictures online. Maybe I'll find a couple of those and we'll put them in today's show.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. Those sloths, they move slow, but they're cute.
Yeah, it looks like you guys had a really good time, but it's really good to have you back.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing the shopping, mega shopping. Every time these seasons change, our kids grow so fast, and we have the little ones, so we've been doing our Target shop, where we are buying for all of the babies and everybody and getting them summer clothes and stuff. And I'll tell you what, Rose has some cute clothes, and we love Target because it's just kind of a step above some of the other stores out there.
Yeah.
And the quality of the clothes is really good, and we like that because our kids are really active, and we like our kids always to look really cute.
Mm-hmm.
But also we kind of need their clothes to last because we have so many clothes.
Right.
So
I definitely enjoy going to Target, even if it's just going to look. I also buy quite a few items from there as well.
Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff there, and we love them and shopping there. And I also like it because our Target in the Springfield area actually has a Starbucks there, and that is our second favorite place to go. So we love Starbucks and Target and those kinds of things too. So we've been busy doing a lot of shopping. I was reading in the news today, Washington, D.C., May is National Foster Care Awareness Month. And Washington, D.C. Recognized over 110 foster families from around the country this last week.
How incredible is that?
Yeah.
Like, that is awesome.
And these are foster families that have just made a huge difference, and they felt that they were notable to be recognized, and they did that in Washington. But I think it's interesting, and I'm going to just grab this for a minute. During the National Foster Care Month this May, CHAMPS, the campaign, recognized 110 foster families nationwide who help children in foster care. Furthermore, the state's policy analyst conducted by CHAMPS staff found that 13 states have advanced 20 new laws
And
to
then
govern.
Yeah, and then also 17 are considered or in
Yep.
consideration.
There's
being
17
passed
new
now.
bills that are being passed. And what that just tells us is that foster care is in the news. There's a lot going on with foster care. And sometimes here on Foster Life, we are addressing issues that kind of bum us out a little bit, because there are some broken parts to the system.
Yes.
There's some really good parts, but there's some broken parts. But by them addressing 20 new laws and then having 17 bills out there to be considered, that's 37 things that they're doing to make a better system for foster families and for foster kids. And I think that that's pretty incredible.
Oh yeah.
And you know, we talked about this the other day. They have the new Sesame Street character that's a foster child, and with these types of things in the news, I think that's going to help us to get more foster families.
Yep.
When we come back today, we're talking about bonding with babies here on Foster Life. Other than working at Foster TV, I'm a dad. I'm a dad to 10 very complicated kids that come from very complicated backgrounds. They're so complex, and each one of my children came from foster care. I have learned so much. I thought that it was a clad-proof system. I thought that everything just ran smoothly. But I'm here to tell you that it's a broke system. And the only way that we can fix these for these young people, for these leaders, these kids that are our future, is to spread the word, give education, help the system, and advocate daily for these kids. There's 439,000 kids in care in America. Today, as you're thinking about doing a partnership or a sponsorship, I don't want you to say yes to me, and I definitely don't want you to say yes to Foster TV. I want you to say yes to Jesse in New York, a foster kid who's in the ICU, whose foster parents have put everything on hold and are there with him as he passes from this life into the next life. I want you to say yes to my friend Tim in Arizona, whose Medicaid won't cover a new wheelchair, but he's outgrown the wheelchair that he's in, and he needs a new one. I want you to say yes to little Amanda in California, who is fighting for her life in the NICU because she was born addicted to meth, and hopefully soon will go to a foster home. I want you to say yes to Dylan in Colorado, who last night his home was raided because their family was cooking meth and he has no place to go. I want you to say yes to Carrie. You know, Carrie has a unique story, but her family was killed in a car accident and has no place to go. No other family, no aunts, no uncles, no grandparents, and is now in state's custody in foster care. The only way that we can get out there and to support these people in need during a very difficult time in their life is with your contribution. We're not looking to get paid huge salaries and live in fancy houses and go in limousines to big parties. That's not why we do what we do. We do what we do because in our hearts, we love these children and we believe in them. And every single person that you see on Foster TV, on the set or behind the set, is doing this for the kids in care. So I'm asking you today, please say yes to Foster TV, and we promise you that we will do our very best in helping these kids in care. Till next time, thank you. Friday, thousands of kids are brought into foster care every year, and a lot of those are babies. And sometimes those babies are coming to us from hospitals or at a very young age, and the importance of bonding has proven to be a part of them being successful in their life. And today we're going to talk about some important things that you can do to bond with those little bundles of joy when they come into your care. I think I'll start with this. A lot of our babies have come directly from the hospital, so they were brought into care in the hospital because of whatever reason.
Right.
And so we started that process right there. We immediately started going to the hospital until the baby was released, and we're there to cuddle, to feed, to put them to sleep. And we were also there when they would wake up. Period.
And I feel like at that time it may be smart to go ahead and start like a contact with your child as well. How it's skin to skin contact.
Yep.
That would be a good time to go ahead and just start it right then, right there at the very first.
And skin to skin is so important, even to the point in a traditional family when kids are not being brought into care. If you have been in a delivery room recently, that's one of the things that they first do as soon as the baby is born, is getting that skin-to-skin contact and them feeling your presence with them. When you're bonding with these bundles of joy, one of the best things that you can do is the bath times. One, because there's a trust issue because of the water and all of that kind of stuff. But also, too, again, you're getting a lot of that skin-to-skin touch and feel, and you're washing their legs and their bellies and their heads and all of that time. And that time can be a really fun time for babies. And babies don't usually do a lot when they're little, but that is something that usually they're alert at and that they're a part of. And that's a really good way to build that connection with them.
And then as they're in the bathtub, just talking to them, saying, hey, okay, now I'm going to wash your hair, or now we're going to play with the ducky or something like that. You know, just letting them hear your voice is also very good when it comes to bonding with the child. It can almost calm them and make them feel like they are safe.
Right, and I think that that's an interesting thing that I found with our babies. No matter if I was feeding them, putting them to sleep or whatnot, just using my voice to talk to them, and they have no clue what we're saying, but they just like hearing your voice, and they like that attention, that one-on-one attention that you're giving them, especially when you're looking into their eyes and they're watching you and seeing your every move. Swaddling is huge. Have you ever seen this? So
I don't know if I have.
Now they have like swaddling pajamas and they have swaddling towels and stuff like that, but we basically call it wrapping them like a burrito. So we'll take their baby blanket and we'll lay it out and we'll put them real close together and we'll wrap them as tight as they can, and then we hold them, and that's swaddling.
Okay, I've seen that done before. I guess never knew that's what it was called.
Right, and so what it does is it basically, the way that I understand it from our pediatrician, it almost gives them that sense of the womb, because that's a real tight area, and so they feel really, and so it gives them comfort in doing that, and that's going to create that bond as well. And for our kids, we didn't really swaddle them. Sometimes people will swaddle them and then they'll just go put them in their crib. We always wrapped them, swaddled them, and then we held them until they fell asleep, and then we get them gently and go put them. And sometimes we swaddled them. Our one boy, he loved to be swaddled while he was eating. So he liked you to wrap him up really tight, and then he wanted you to feed him that bottle. And that was just kind of what he likes. And he still, to this day, when he goes to sleep, he likes to have his covers just all around him and real close.
Likes to be tucked in.
Yeah. And he likes that feeling as well. I think that it's really important as we're doing fostering, and as you're thinking about bringing these babies in, that we really remember the importance of bonding with these kids because they've not necessarily had that. We'll be back right after this.
You see me every week, but what you don't know about me is that I have a million passions, but I'm specifically passionate about foster care policy, foster care kiddos, and really helping organizations that do other things for foster care kids. But we can't do that without you. We can't do anything without you, the viewers, and the people who work with us every day to keep kids safe and happy. Here at Foster TV, we're working with organizations to provide school supplies and duffel bags for kiddos so they don't go to new homes with garbage bags, wheelchairs for kids who need it, and things that you as foster parents know that Medicaid and other services don't provide. Braces for teens and for other things. We are trying to do everything we can to make life easier and happier for these kids. Your donation to Foster TV will allow us to be able to turn 100% of our profit from you into those organizations and to help other kiddos who need it.
On Foster Life, and so we've been talking about bonding with babies, so let's switch it up a little bit.
Switching it up some.
Yeah, so here's the other thing. If you don't get that bond going with the babies that come into care, it can really affect them for their life.
Yeah, not just as a baby, like farther into it.
Oh, yeah. And studies are now showing that if they don't develop that bond early, so they can be more irritable as a baby, and they might cry more, and they're harder to console. But also, as they get older, if they have not bonded and connected, they can have self-esteem issues.
Anxiety as well.
Yep, anxiety. They can have a harder time connecting with people and communicating. So there's a whole realm of different things that can happen. And it's so weird how we are built as human beings. I just had a therapist in my house today. And I found out that if your baby doesn't do so much of that belly crawling, not regular crawling, and we call it the army crawl, if they don't do that, that can cause anxiety later in life, because you have to strengthen that core, which helps with anxiety and depression and all of those things. But also bonding. If you bond really well with your kids, the likelihood that they struggle with anxiety, depression, self-esteem issues, those types of things are less. And I think that is kind of
even when it comes to like an attachment disorder, also it helps. Bonding helps with some kind of an attachment disorder.
Right.
Well.
I was also told a couple of years back, a parent was bragging about, oh, my kid never crawled and they just walked. And crawling is so important as well because it develops certain things too. And I didn't know, but kids that don't crawl and just go into that walking and they don't go through all of those phases, they actually have a harder time using scissors and doing fine motor skills when they get older because they didn't go through that crawling phase. So there's a reason why these babies need to bond. There's a reason why they need to army crawl. There's a reason why they need to babble. There's a reason why they need to crawl and do all of these things before.
That's so crazy that those little things as a baby, you wouldn't think it would actually be lifelong lessons, but of course it is.
Yeah, and I would never have believed a study would show that if you didn't belly crawl or do the army crawl, that you're more likely to have anxiety when you get older. And it kind of makes me wonder, okay, some of the things that I struggle with in life, what did my parents miss doing with me?
Well, I know that I definitely did a lot of army crawling, so maybe that's why I'm just so down to earth.
You're kind of mellow and that kind of thing. When we come back on Foster Life, we're going to be wrapping up today here on Foster Life.
Hey, I'm Jackson and I'm 12. Last night, my parents were arrested. I don't want to go to a foster home, and they can't find a foster home. I just want to be with my family. Why can't they understand my parents are good?
118,000 children and youth in America are waiting to be adopted.
With your $10 a month contribution, you can help Foster TV raise awareness to get more foster families and get these children adopted. Help us to get the conversation started. We know if you're interested in foster care and foster families that you probably have a pretty hectic life.
Yeah,
and
I would say.
We are so glad that you have spent this half hour with us today. And we're talking about babies. Yesterday, or on Wednesday, actually, we talked about pregnant foster youth. And then today we talked about bonding. And a lot of this stuff we said if you're taking a child into care, but also this is really important information. If you have the ability to take in a youth who is pregnant and is going to have the baby and stay in your home, these are really important things that youth needs to understand and realize too. And we hope that this information is helpful for them as well. So, we are on our giveaway kick. And I laugh because Ellen, I watch her all the time, and she says the key to getting viewers on television is give crap away. So we're giving away.
We've got something
Yeah.
that is going to be really cool to give away.
Yeah, so we, I guess, just brought on the Kansas City Chiefs as a partner with us today, and our marketing manager is actually in the studio, and she's helping produce this segment. And so, what is it that we're...
A Tony Gonzalez signed
limited edition print.
Yep.
And for the Kansas City Chiefs, and we'll have more information on how you might be able to obtain this Tony Gonzalez limited edition print that we have, and we'll get you that information as it comes. But right now, yesterday we gave away Kansas City Chiefs tickets, and you weren't here.
No, I
You were
wasn't.
still on vacation.
I was watching though. I wanted to be the one to get them, but I wasn't.
Right. And unfortunately, we can't win any of this crap.
Yeah.
But today, right after the show, we are going to be launching our Win a Date contest. And it's a Win a Date escape. And I tell you what, it is going to be awesome.
Yeah, and I know there's some foster families out there that definitely need to win a date.
Right. Foster families, but you don't have to be a foster family or even connected to be a part as well. and we're going to tell you how to do that on our live. If you miss it, you can go back to Foster TV's Facebook page and watch the live on Win a Date Escape. But the first thing that you have to do to even be a part of it is you have to go to our Facebook Foster TV page. You have to like, not just like, you have to like and follow it.
Yep.
This date escape can happen anywhere in the United States, and it's gonna be magical. So if you live in the United States or Canada and you think that you deserve a date, you'll want to tune in and figure out how you might win a date escape. And I always like really cool dates.
Mm-hmm.
One year for Valentine's Day, I got a limousine for Ethan, and I take him to his favorite sushi restaurant, and I had everything set up at home, and I had champagne in the car. Well, guess what, folks? If that sounds kind of magical to you, and you thought, ooh, I'd like something like that, I'm the one that's going to be planning the date.
So there's only more to come for this.
Oh yeah, this date is going to be magical and hopefully over the top. So you can learn more about that on our Foster Live as we get that. We want to thank you for tuning in today to Foster Life. Tristan and I are glad to be back. We're always glad to see you and to be a part. And we have a lot of things that we're planning on doing this year.
Yep.
And we can only hope to get to meet you when we come out to your different cities. And we'll be back Monday on Foster Life.
Foster Life is a HEDFRA production, only on Foster TV.